gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull.
A lot of people have been eagerly waiting for the OPPO Find N6, so let's jump right in and start with something extreme, how the display performs under direct sunlight. Take a look at this. Even though it's not a traditional flat glass panel, it actually holds up really well in such tough lighting conditions. Now let's power it on and explore the display, including stylus support and data transfer options. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from Maiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. What's interesting here is the wide compatibility. It doesn't just work within OPPO or Apple ecosystems, but also supports other Android devices and even HarmonyOS Next. That level of flexibility is definitely impressive. Also worth mentioning are the small side button and shortcut keys. They're super handy in daily use. Once you're inside ColorOS, the first thing you'll notice is the unique wallpaper. It has a light background with a small punch hole camera positioned in the top right corner, and the overall interface feels very tablet-like when you swipe down. We've talked a lot about OPPO's flat display tech before, and combined with ColorOS, the experience feels quite distinctive. For example, if you open an app and go into split screen, you can simply swipe down with 2 fingers to access other apps. Everything feels smooth and intuitive. Switching between apps is quick. You can easily enter split screen mode, add a third app, and move between them seamlessly. It even supports up to 4 floating windows that you can resize and switch between freely. A quick double brings any app into full screen, making the whole experience very efficient. Now let's take a look at the front. Once the screen is on, you'll notice the crease. It's even less noticeable than before. From a straight-on view, it's almost invisible. Let's increase the brightness a bit so you can see it more clearly. Even at higher brightness when viewed straight on, like we normally use our phones, the display looks very well controlled. If you fold and unfold it again under light, you can still barely notice the crease. Next, let's close it up and check out the outer screen. With its light-colored background, high screen-to-body ratio, and relatively tall aspect ratio, the device looks slim and elegant. As for the display specs, it supports multiple refresh rates, 60 Hz, 90 Hz, and 120 Hz, giving you the flexibility to choose what suits you best. Moving on to audio, the sound performance is quite solid. The stereo effect is clear, and the ringtones stand out nicely. The speakers are placed diagonally, one at the top left and the other at the bottom right, so when the phone is folded, you get a proper stereo setup. When unfolded and held horizontally for gaming, the speakers are positioned in a way that avoids being blocked by your hands, which is a nice touch. Now let's open up the camera system. Right away, you'll notice the iconic Hasselblad H logo. The camera setup includes a 0.6 ultra-wide lens, 15mm, and supports up to 120x digital zoom. OPPO has clearly pushed upgrades in imaging this time. On paper, it features a quad camera system, a 20-megapixel ultra-lightweight Hasselblad main camera, a 50-megapixel periscope telephoto lens, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a dedicated color reproduction sensor. Let's check out some sample shots. What's your first impression? The overall style is quite distinctive, but the real highlight here is the upgraded 200-megapixel ultra-lightweight main camera, which is pretty unique in the foldable category. The advantage of such a high-resolution sensor is that you can crop your photos later without losing much detail, making it easier to reframe shots and improve your final results. It also helps bridge the gap between the main camera and telephoto lens, maintaining clarity even after heavy cropping. There's also a 10-centimeter telephoto macro capability, which opens up a whole new level of close-up photography. You can really explore fine details and textures. The color sensor plays a big role too. Based on the samples, OPPO does an excellent job reproducing accurate skin tones, even in complex lighting conditions. Facial details look natural without over-processing or heavy beauty filters, giving a more realistic and lifelike result. And finally, there's the Hasselblad color tuning. Along with the master mode we saw earlier, it adds that signature look to your photos, giving them a more professional and refined finish. There's also the fan favorite X Pen mode, which really adds to the overall experience. Thanks to the wide aspect ratio, everything feels more cinematic. And because this is a foldable device, it naturally supports that classic waist-level framing, almost like using a vintage Hasselblad camera. It's a subtle touch, but it brings a bit of that old-school photography charm into a modern device. Now let's talk about the system. The OPPO Find N6 comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and you can expand it with an additional 12 gigabytes of virtual memory, giving you a total of 28 gigabytes. On top of that, it packs a massive 1 terabytes of storage. This particular version is the Find N6 Satellite Communication Edition, which means it can handle communication even in extreme conditions, making it a true flagship in every sense. When it comes to performance, the device is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen5 chipset. Interestingly, it uses a 7-core design. Running a quick benchmark on the latest Antutu V11 version, it scores 36678 in single core and 1243 in multi-core, with an overall score reaching 4.1 million. On paper, even though it's missing a core, the real-world impact is barely noticeable in daily usage. But benchmarks only tell part of the story, so let's check out real gaming performance. Starting with Honor of Kings at max graphics and 120 FPS, after 30 minutes of gameplay, the average frame rate stays at 120.1. The highest temperature recorded on the front was 39.5 degrees Celsius, while the back reached 38.7 degrees Celsius. Total power consumption came in at 4.04 watts. Switching over to Genshin Impact, which is more demanding, we tested it at maximum graphics and 60 FPS. After 30 minutes, the average frame rate was 48.5. Around the 6-minute mark, the temperature started to rise, and the system automatically capped the frame rate at 45 FPS. By the end of the test, the front temperature reached 44.7 degrees Celsius, and the back was at 44.1 degrees Celsius, with total power consumption hitting 5.96 watts. As for battery and charging, the OPPO Find N6 is equipped with a large 6,000 mAh battery. Using the 80-watt charger, it takes about 52 minutes to go from 0 to 100% and around 59 minutes to complete a full charging cycle. We also ran 2 standard 5-task battery tests on both the inner and outer screens. After using the inner display, the battery was left at 60%, while the outer screen left us with 63%. So overall, the inner screen doesn't consume significantly more power than the outer one. OPPO has also introduced a new accessory this time, a magnetic stylus. Once attached, it feels quite satisfying to use, even a bit stress relieving. Let's try writing with it. As you can see, I'm applying quite a bit of pressure without holding back. When you press down hard, the screen does react slightly, but as soon as you lift your hand, it quickly returns to normal, which is reassuring. So that's a quick look at the design and overall feel. Now I'm curious, if you had to rate it out of 100, what score would you give it? Up next, we'll compare it with other mainstream foldable phones, including some of OPPO's previous models, to see which design stands out the most to you.